Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Ready, set.
27, Mike. Mike, 27.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Switch.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Hey, check 47. Check right 47. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
47.
On third down, Herbert eluding the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready?
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Check nine, check nine. Watch the safety. Here we go.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a good shot.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To throw, it's Brees. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Check. No. We got to get the ball. Do you get the ball right here? Let's go.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 5 now. Brees. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check.
Protein spill.
Breeze to throw for it on fourth. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
And the Saints, first down.
Teddy, young lady.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
I got you. I got you.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Panthers' 44-yard line.
From the 44, Breeze into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10.
Down.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
That's a 39-yard line.
Off the play fake. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Big river. Big river.
Throwing on third and long. Herbert trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
First quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? You ready?
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Topper!
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
61, matchbox lights. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Ready.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Yep. Hey, Alpha. 56, Mike, 56.
Off play action. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go, set, 50, plant. Here we go, out. Go. Motion to backfield, motion to the backfield. Hey, Charlie. My game. Shoot.
On first down, Herbert. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 28 yards. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Breeze. He finds an opening past the 40. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, New Orleans.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
At their own 15-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and now it's second down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And Kamara has it stripped. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. They got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And
accelerating, and off he goes. The 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 75 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
36 yards on the play.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Off the play fake. Herbert steps away to his left. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Breeze now, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Breeze to throw again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. After the sack on first down, Breeze. He's got Smith here. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10 from the gun. It's a run for Kamara. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times,
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Brian Burns bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Breeze now to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. Now Breeze looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. 4 yards on the touchdown grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 5. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here we go.
Check 24. Watch 24. Undercrush. Get it.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
4 yards the pickup, first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before this series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Panther first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
Now Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Escaping the pressure right. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
30 base.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Off play action. Herbert. Dancing to his left. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
On 4th down, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away. He's going to take off with it. Now he'll throw deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Ready. We're good.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Breeze now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thomas, the intended target. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
I got you, punk.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. In trouble? And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, and they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out.